podcast. Which one topic is clear covered in this? V-lookup, H-lookup, index, match, V-lookup, H-lookup was index match versus V-lookup and H-lookup. In the previous video, we will discuss the lookup. Now we can next go to the V-lookup, H-lookup, index match. So we will discuss with the PPT first. Then after we will go for the next. VLOOKUP looks for the value of the leftmost column of the table. This is a criteria. Yes. If you can use the lookup, VLOOKUP, H-lookup, this is all are the value from left to right. It means that if the roll number is your first, then name is your second, subject 1 is your third. On the basis of subject 3, you cannot find out the roll number. On the roll number basis, you can find out the subject 3. This is a left to right. Left to right, you are go for the left to right also. This is a very useful for this. Now, this is first criteria. They return a value at the same row. Then they return a value and the same row for a column of few specific. Yes, if two datas, for example, 1 and 1, 2 roll number is here. So the first roll number data he pick up, not second roll number data he pick up. In the other word, VLOOKUP function use the search value in the table. Yes, we will discuss. Lookup as it is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP function used in the table. Return the corresponding row value in the table. It will return the corresponding row value for the specified column. For this specified column, this will be value will be find out. Yes. So this is a criteria. VLOOKUP always find out left to right value. It return the value corresponding of the row number, specific column number and row number. So it VLOOKUP, if your data is not left to right, you have to put to left to right in the VLOOKUP. Now, lookup you have discussed in the previous session. Value you want to look up table array. This is a lookup value. What is the argument lookup value? Table array, column index number, range lookup. What do you mean by the lookup value? Lookup value, it means that we have to look up this value in the particular table. This is called lookup value. Table array, it means that hold the range of value. This is called as a table array. Table array value we will find. Column index number, column number in the range that contain the return value. Which value it will be written? This is a column index number. Number, it means that only one value. Array, it means that that is a whole the array. Now the range lookup, this is the optional value because there are two parameters, true and false parameters. False, it means that exact match value return. True, it means that approximately match value return. Now range lookup, here is a 4 parameter of lookup value, table array and range lookup. Range lookup, exact lookup. Use when you want to search from the range nearest minimum value for the first column of the table. If the table is 40, 50, 60, 70. Now you search the 55. Yes, table value, it's what? 40, 50, 60, 70. If you search the value is 55, the nearest value is what? 50. So it will return the nearest minimum value return. If it is approximately match, indicate it's return true or 1. If you write down true, it means that approximately match. 1, it means that approximately match. Now the exact match. When we use the exact match, if you in the table you have consist 40, 50, 60, 70 and you search the 55, then it will be written the NA because 55 in your not table. So this is called the exact match. Exact match always return the false value. and false it means that zero value. Now here we will indicate the example of exact V-lookup. We will use this V-lookup. For example, here you can see A2 to D12. It's your table of result students. This is your table of 10 students. Now, suppose to find a particular student is pass or not at the uses of VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP function search the particular roll number in a table for the column number for the result B15. B15 is what? Result. Roll number on the basis of we will find out the result. Now, you can see VLOOKUP function for search the roll number is 11025. Here is 11025 in the table. The result in the same row column is 4. Result table is which number of column? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4 number of column and result is what? It's a fail. Now you can see it's a fail. VLOOKUP search the function is 11020 It search also column number 1, 2, 3, 4. It's what? It's a pass. So it's called as pass. Now the lookup value, VLOOKUP value, first is B14. B14 is what? Lookup value. Your whatever you put the roll number here. Then A30 to D12 is what? Table array. This is whole are the table array. Table array, select the table array. You can select your value without using of table heading part. Fourth is what? Your column number. Now false. False it meant that what? Exact match. There are two criteria. If you write down 0, if you write down false. If you write down true, it will be written 1. It means that exact match or approximately match. That is a lookup. Now, this is a approximately match. Now, you have same as it is. A2 to C12. A2 to C12 is your table range of 10 product. Now, suppose need the price of product quantity. We have VLOOKUP function to search the B14 quantity in the table A2 to C12. For the column number 3, it will be price. Here we will be price. Now VLOOKUP function, this is the value. Range lookup is a true. VLOOKUP function search from the nearest minimum value. Nearest value because this is an approximately match. This is a not exact match. Now quantity of 75. You can see here not any quantity is 75. 75 is between 60 to 80. So nearest value is 60. So it will return the 48. 75 it means that. VLOOKUP function nearest minimum value 148. 148 is near about 140. So it will return the 75. How its formula it work? First, how the formula it work? First B14. B14 is what? B14. It's a quantity. A3 to C12. A3 heading part is not covered in this. Third number of column it's your price and true it means that approximately match. This is called as approximately match of VLOOKUP. Now, if you want to use this for particular exact match, approximately match, you can say that approximately match is useful whenever you can use the percentage value. If for you can about this 50%, it's mean that fail 40 to 50% for the criteria is, for example, fail. Otherwise, it's pass class. If anyone student is 55%, it will be converted into the pass class. If it is a 70%, it means that it's a first class. If the 85%, it means that it's a distinction. If I'm writing criteria, this one. If anyone student is 88%, so this is approximately match, because approximately match it's in this we have a approx value. So 88 is near about the 80, so it will be considered as a distinction. So this is a approximately match. At this situation, we will use the approximately match of data. Now, next is H-lookup. Why we use the H-lookup first? H-lookup look the value at the top of the row. This is a V-lookup, it's a column. H-lookup, it's a row. Then return value in the same column for a particular row specific. In other words, we can know about H-lookup function use the search the value in the table, return the corresponding of that value table, and specific row number it will return that. This is called as range lookup. Now, how it is useful for that? In the Excel, all the data is in column. Now, in some situation, if the data in a row, that's why we will use the H-lookup function. Now, lookup value, table array, this is an argument, row index number, and range lookup. Lookup value is same as it is for the V-lookup, table array, hold the array value, row index number, it's a row number in the content, the return value, and range lookup is exact, true or false. True, it's been that approximately match. False, it's been that exact match. You can do both the way, but here first and second parameter is same as it is VLOOKUP, but third parameter is row index number. It is not a column index number. Range lookup, exact match, and types. In the range lookup, you can use when you want to search the range, nearest minimum value of the range. If the table is 40, 50, this is a row wise data. 40, 50, 60, 70, you want to search 55. The nearest value is what? 50. For the approximately match, you can use the true value. 1 exact match, it is indicate 0. If you read down to 55, it will return the NA. Now we will check with the formula. For example, A2 to K5, these are the row data. This is not column data. In an Excel, 90% situation, data is not in column wise. Data is not in row wise. Sorry, this is all in column wise. This is all are in column wise data. So row wise data is what? This is your row wise data. A2 to K5, this is your row wise data. A2 to K5 data, this is your row wise data. Now supposed to find the need whether the particular student is pass or not. In this data, for using of H-lookup, you can use this. For example, we will use the lookup value. M2 is your lookup value. B2 to K5, this is your range value. 4, this is your row number. 0, it's been your exact match value. Now you can see here, H-lookup search the roll number is 100244 in the table. Same the column number. Here the column number. You can pass the result. This is first row, this is second row, this is third row, this is fourth row. This is column for the row is number 4. This column of the 100244, this is pass. 10024, this is a fail column. You can see here. Now you can see the easily for this value. For this value, this is a row number and this is your column number. So you can easily use this value with using of row data, not using of column data. This is called as H-lookup. Now, this is exact match or approximately match. You show here, this is the exact match data. Now, this is a approximate match data, quantity, product and price. Here the quantity is 39. For example, here the quantity is 39. 39 is near about the 20. This is always H-lookup. 39 in the table, so the result price is 40. Yes, you have some confusion. 39 is near about the 40. It's not near about the 20, right? So why it is not written the value of 40? Always, if this is the approximately match, at that time, he written the value from the first one. Because 20 to 49, 40 is your upper limit. He always written the value of the lower limit. Now, H-lookup function from nearest quantity 128. Here you can see 128 is 100 and 120. 128 is in between 120 to 140. So, nearest value, this value is 49. First approximately value. Now, index. Index is combination of between two functions, index and match. When we use the index, at that time in the function we will use the match function. Return value of reference cell at the intersection of a particular row and column. You can see here in the previous example, V-lookup have only for column reference. H-lookup have only for row number. So, no any function have included two values, column number and the row number, because both have a individually work. V-lookup working with column wise, H-lookup working with a row wise. So, we have not a particular to this value to combination of to this value. So, we can use the index and match. Whenever we can use the column index number and the row index number, both the value we will use the simultaneously. At that time, we will use it index. This is an index and match value. Return a value of reference cell intersection of particular of row and column. This is the intersection of row and column. And match. Match always return the particular position. Which position is data is here. At that time, you can specific use the match. Specific value, specific order, it will be find out. When we use the index and match function together, the match function find the lookup value, row index number or column index number. Why we use the match? Match is useful for the column index or row index number and pass this information to index number, which will read the information actually they want. Okay. For the next index, here is the syntax of the index. Now you can see here is a row number also, column number also. If I am use the V-lookup, they have only for considered column number. If I am use the H-lookup, they have considered on the for row number only. So index is a combination of both the value, that is a row number and the column number. Row in the array from which you return the value. This is called row number. What do you mean by the column? Column in the array which you return the value. Row number, row, it will return the row value number, and column number, it will return the column value, particular column number. Now the return value is intersection of row 3 and column 2. You can see row number 3, it's a 1, heading part is not covered, 2 or 3. This is 3. third number of row and second number of column. It's called the array A30 to B12. In the A30 to B12, if I am saying that the row number is 3, column number is 2. Row number is 3, it's what? 1, 2, 3. This is our chords. And column number is 2. This is first and second column. This is called 18. When I am seeing the intersection of row and column, row number is 5, column number is 1. This one, and row 5, it's called t-shirt. You see here, this is your formula. A30 to B12, this is your table array. This is your whole array. Row number is 3 and column number is 2. Row number is 5 and column number is 1. Here is a row number is 9. 9, it means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a watches and column number 1. If I am say column number 2, that is 55. If the column number 1, that is watches. This is a difference between index and match. Index formula and the V-lookup formula. Now, the next is match value. Then match value, what will be the written in the match? Match is a lookup value, lookup array, match type. Lookup value is what? This is your first value. This you can look up. For example, I am lookup from t-shirt, coats. What we will to search? One type of, you can see this is the functionality of control F. Lookup array and match type. Lookup array, it's what? Array of this functionality. Here is our array is what? A13 to A12. You can see A13 to A12 is your array. And if it is 0, it's called exact match. Now we will search the chords A30 to A12. Here is a A30 to A12 value, exact match. So it will return the result 3. 1, 2, 3. If I am return the jeans, you have to search this jeans value. A30 to A12, it will return the particular number, position number. It will return the 8. Same as it is if I am say that I want to search the shoes. We will search this shoes value. So this is our shoes value and A30 to A12, and it will return the particular exact match value. So it will be return the exact match. Now index and match, we will clear in the index and match value. This is index, this is I think so match value. Now combination of index and match, this is very useful from your side, because we can not work the individually, we can work with the merge, index and match function merge we will work. Here is an array of A30 to D12. You can see here is an array of A30 to D12, for example of 10 students. Now suppose we need to find out the particular is pass or not with using of index and match. Search the particular roll number B14 in the table of A2 to D12. B14 is what? Here is a B14. Which one roll number we will put? Then we can see this roll number. Now, how can we see that? The match the functions roll number is 100245. Here is roll number is 100245. And the array of A30 to B12. It written the 5. A100245 is here. Its position is 3, 4 and 5. It will return the 5. Reference of the cells of fifth number of row. On the array D30 to D12, and the result reference D5 is fail. You can see here is result is fail. Lookup value, lookup array, 0 its exact match and result array. Yes, it is not necessary you can give the column index number. If you don't want to column index number, you don't use this. This is called fail. Now you can see here it is value is fail. Match functionality search of 100249 100249 in the array of A3 to A12. Return its position is 9. It's a 9 number position. Index function return the value of reference of cells in 9 number of row, and D30 to D12 it return as a pass value. So this is lookup value, lookup array, exact match, and returning array. Now index match versus V-lookup and H-lookup. Index is written the reference rather than value. Index is what? Written than reference. It not written the value, which allow to do more thing in a one formula. Because they have a row number and column number both. Index and match can look up either vertical or horizontal data with no need to change the functionality. If I am using vertical data, we will use V-lookup. If I am using horizontal data, we will use H-lookup. But in an index, we have both the functionality vertical and horizontal. Index match can return the approximately match from the data sort from largest to smallest. We cannot do the same with a lookup function. Why we cannot do? Lookup have some criteria. Lookup, V-lookup, H-lookup. Lookup always find the value left to right. If the data is sorting, if the data is sorted, then he can value find out. If the data is not sorted, he cannot value it find out. At the worst, index match is a silently faster than V-lookup, and it's a best. It is a many times faster. Yes, but obviously it is faster because index have a some row number and column number both the values, so it will be faster than working with VLOOKUP. And fifth, there can be two reasons you can use VLOOKUP as lookup instead of index match. Either you don't know how to use index match, or you don't nothing about the index match. There is a two reason you can use VLOOKUP and H-lookup. It means that you have no any idea about index and match, then you can, but obviously you use with VLOOKUP and H-lookup. Then you can also find the data with using of VLOOKUP and H-lookup. The lookup range is right of the value. You can see here right of the value, how to write of this value with using of index and match. First, VLOOKUP, H-lookup, two criteria, left to right and particularly sorting data. Now index. In a VLOOKUP formula, leftmost column must be lookup range is the value range to be the right. But in index match, no some limitation. No any limitation in index and match. Now we will enter in B9, that is Scott's value. In the array, you can see this is right to left. This is not left to right. Now this value is 18. And short value, this value is 54. Short value, it's been that this is 54. Index, which is written the reference cell that same the position given to the range. Index first is an array A3 to B7. Match value is what? B9, whatever the product we will put. Then is range is B3 to B7 and 0. So we will return this value on the basis of B column. This is called right to left. Horizontal and vertical, both wise it is working. Index, example number 2. Here is a product, heights, result is 47. Product shorts, result is 68. Horizontal and vertical, both the value it will be working. A5 to B, A9, it's working. A9 to A5 to A9. D4 whatever value you are putting. B2 to F2, this is B2 to F2 and 0. So it will be written this value exactly. Lookup range is a vertical and the value range is horizontal. You can see here both the combination is different. This is a value is a lookup range value is a horizontally and this value is vertically. So it will be also work. For example, D4 value array is B2 to F2, return the position, then it's information to index value written. At that time, the range A5 to A9. You can do it, the A5 to A9 is your range, because you have to find out this value, not for this value. In this, we will find out this value, the result value is A5 to. Here you can see this is your array A5 to A9, this is your result. So this is your array. In here, the result is B2 to F2. So result value always value as a array value, and the finding searching position value you can put here value. So you can easily search this value with using of index value. Now you can see here short value quantity, it's 54. Here is a row, this is row wise, this is column wise. Then it will be also be working. How it is work? 1 and 1 it will be matched, 2 and 2 it will be matched, 3 and 3 it will be matched, 4 and 4 it match, and t-shirt value is 74, short value is 54, tights value is 47, coats value is 18, shorts value is 68. At that manner he will match your all the data. So if one data is vertical and one data is horizontal, he is matching this data. So that is a 5 reason basically when we will use this data is particular. If the data is on sorting, if not the data in sorting way, we will use the index match. If the data, we will not find out any data from left to right, we can find out this data left to right. If it data is not in left to right, you can use also index match, right? But you have a clear idea about index match, so you can work with index or match. Yes, one index have a multiple match, some student have equations, that is allowed. One index have a multiple match value you can put here. Yes, in some scenario, row index number is available, but you can see here column index number is not available, then it's okay, fine. You can don't put it because column number it's a optional number. But yes, row number you have to put out the row number. With using of index and match, we will use the image lookup, image function. We will use this functionality. So this is a very useful from your side. So we yes, we have a all the function have a some advantage and disadvantage, but VLOOKUP versus index is better. Yes, you have a know about the VLOOKUP. You can do this lookup, VLOOKUP, H-lookup. VLOOKUP is most important. Index match. If you know about the index and match, then you can do anything with using of index and match. Now you can see the range lookup. Range lookup is very important because if it is true part, this is the optional part. If it is false part, this is a exact match. Exact match, it's been that 0, and true value, it's been that 1. For example, you will write down both the value. You will write down, if you write down 1, it means that approximately match. If you write down 0, you can exact match. Otherwise, else you can put it true or false value. This is completely okay. They have not an issue. Yes, 99% cases H-lookup is not useful. And at the last, we will use the index and match functionality. So we can easily do with index and match functionality. Index and match have an, yes. Some question is that index and match have a any 10. It means that with using of index and match, we will put out approximately match and exact match. No, index have no any argument from approximately match and exact match, but in the index formula we will use the match formula. We will use the match for row index number and column index number. Here the syntax of index formula. Yes, array, row number and column number. You can put the array here. Row number, this is your match formula. Column number, this is also your match formula. Right? At that point, you can put out exact match and approximately match. That is a completely okay. Match have our own parameters, but at index, you don't have to put the exact match or approximately match, because index have not any argument. Approximately match or exact match, but row number, this is your match formula, they have particularly value of exact match and approximately match value, but index not ever any exact match or approximately match. Okay friends, then we will discuss in the next section from the index and match, V lookup, H lookup, all these things. Thank you.